Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Exiles TV.
Hello, how are you?
Glad to have you along with us. By the way, for those of you who are interested, before we get to some of the news of the day and all that, if you are an Evite user, if you find out about events that are happening in your community on Evite, there will be events listed very, very soon called Cocktails with a K for Kevin.
Aww.
And this is a celebrity bartending competition that raises money to help Kevin with his unpaid medical expenses, which is a great, great many. It's five figures, high five figures, mid five figures right now.
It's costly to get cancer.
Yeah,
it is.
It costs a lot.
Insurance picks up a lot of it, but there's still, a percentage that's left for you to take care of. And, it pains me, Bill, to ask for help. It really does.
Well, see, you're not, I am.
I'm a proud person. And it's kind of embarrassing to ask for help with something like this, but it is what it is, and got to pay the bills.
Well, it happens to a lot of people that have devastating illnesses, and many times their insurance covers as much of it as the policy allows, but there's still a lot of money out there. But anyway, check Evite, Cocktails for Kevin. First one, a week from this evening, and it will be happening at Solu. Michael Boudreau and Peter Sclafani have volunteered to have two of these events.
Great guys.
And our old colleagues from Guaranteed Media will be competing. Gordy Rush and Brian Haldane, Anna and Condon,
wow.
and then a third team to be announced. It'll probably be in the Evite by tomorrow. And then the Tuesday after that, we got our medical people. We've got Todd Genre and his wife, both nurse practitioners. Todd is with Our Lady of the Lake Physicians Group in Dr. Curtis Chastain's practice. Dr. Bo Clark, our coroner, who, by the way, competes in bartending competitions.
Wow, didn't know that.
He has won the turkey shoot, it's called. And then Dr. K. Solar will be competing in that one. And then the third one is attorneys. We got Tony Clayton. Tony, very popular here in Baton Rouge. He is the 18th Judicial District Attorney. Just recently got elected beginning of the year, right?
Yep.
And we've also got Stephanie Posa from the firm
I love
Tyler and Posa.
What a nice lady.
And she gives to a lot of charitable events. She will be out there. And the third one, I believe, is going to be our buddy Richard Sprinkle, but I'm not 100% sure of that.
It'll be good to see Richard again.
There's a fourth one. And the reason we have a fourth one is because you get to vote with your tips on who's the best bartending duo. And one winner from each of the three will go to the big championship on the fourth Tuesday. And we're going to have some sort of a fabulous prize. I don't know what it is. We may auction off locks of Kevin's hair to get the fabulous prize. But
it's still falling out, so it'll be easy to get your hands on.
I have done these before, and I wasn't the one putting it on, but I've been behind the bar, and these are just a lot of fun. And so we're going to have two at Solu, and then we're going to have two at Stephen Hightower's great restaurants, the brand new City Pork Perkins, which is completely redone Adrian's, right there where Old Perkins meets I-10.
Oh, yeah.
And they have a terrific bar. It's
I love
huge.
the interior of that restaurant, Adrian's.
You're going to love it even more now.
So,
it's been redone a little bit.
And Stephen really gives his restaurants a real touch of class inside, I think.
And then the other one is going to be at Beausoleil, which has got a huge bar on Jefferson Highway. So the restaurant owners, Peter Sclafani and Stephen Hightower, they've been following Kevin since this began. They both told me so. And they have been so generous, they're going to turn over not only their bar to us for a couple of hours, but they're also going to turn over their bartenders to say, okay, look, what kind of drink do you want to make? and they say this and this and this, I said, fine. We'll batch them. We'll have them pre-made. And you can shake the shaker, pour them into the glasses, shake the hands, kiss the babies, and we'll do the heavy lifting for you. But the bartenders do have to make their own creation, the celebrities. When I did mine, I got talked into something by you-know-whom. Anybody want to guess who that might be? And I had a rum and guava, carbonated guava drink, and it was so sweet, people got freaking hammered. I mean, you know, there's nothing like people who drink but they don't like the taste of booze. And they were smashing these down, and it's like, oh my God, I'm going to get so sued by somebody. But anyway, it all ended up real well. So look for Cocktails for Kevin on your Evite, and no matter where you are, come on into Baton Rouge if you don't live here, and take place. Oh, and by the way, if you buy all 4 events, you get a discount on the price of your ticket. So I hope you all will join us. We're going to remind you about this as we get a little closer. A brief break, and then we have to talk about some serious business here on Exiles TV.
Very serious.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
I'm self-employed and didn't report all my income. They claim I owe a lot more than I do.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
Tax Solutions Now saved my business.
I qualified for the Fresh Start program. I paid less than I owed.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 800-778-4345. 800-778-4345.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Welcome back to Exiles TV. Glad to have you along with us. This is not unusual, unfortunately, anymore.
I think it is unusual in that this violence took place on a Sunday morning in one of the quote-unquote good parts of town. But you may have read or seen it on the news, but on Sunday morning, and fairly early Sunday morning too.
9:15, yeah.
On Sunday morning, a young man, for reasons we don't know yet, because nobody's been able to talk to any of the surviving family members or the...
Well, I don't know if he's talking yet. They hit him twice in the
crime.
chest when they took him down.
But he was his name Aaron Morgan? Was that his name?
Aaron Morgan.
Aaron Morgan decided to stab his grandmother to death and then took the knife to his mother. This was inside the grandmother's home.
Yeah, this is in Wimbledon, off Perkins Road, right down from Fresh Market, the same neighborhood that houses the Dunnam School.
Yep. What he wanted was Grandma's car and her gun. I guess, or at least he took those. He fled to the Highland Road, the Highland Park Shopping Center on Highland Road,
where J. Alexander's is, and right next to it is an urgent care operated by Oxner Medical Center.
There in the parking lot, he decided to ditch the car that he'd taken from Grandma and carjack another vehicle. Inside that vehicle were people I knew. Debbie Tullis is a former work associate from my days in radio, and a sweeter, kinder individual you would never hope to meet. And her daughter, who is a grown woman but with special needs. He shot both of them in an attempt to carjack them.
And by the way, he didn't point the gun and say, get out of the car. He just blasted.
He just opened fire.
Yeah.
Debbie, I think, was hit 2 or 3 times. I think Rachel was hit once.
And the bullet went transverse on her. It went all the way from one side to the other at her collarbone level.
Miraculously, both of these ladies are expected to recover from their bullet wounds. Now, I don't know what the extent of their recovery is going to be. Debbie was shot in the face. And as I said in a Facebook post, it just seems a horrid injustice, because if you knew Debbie Tullis, you know that she has an incredibly kind, sweet, and beautiful face. And as I said, the thought of some thug's bullet going through that face just makes me livid.
Well, and again, the sheriff says, and I would agree, that the medical people from Oxner's Rapid Care, their urgent care, a physician and a couple of nurses ran right out there and stabilized them both. Probably saved Debbie's life, because where she was hit, that could be very, very bad very, very quickly. But then this guy creates another crime scene. He gets back in another car that he takes.
Yeah, he managed to successfully steal someone else's car.
And he heads for Segan Lane, where a very alert sheriff's deputy sees the description of the car and says, let's get him. And state police sheriff's deputies converge. He goes to Blue Bonnet at Jefferson.
That's across from the Women's Hospital, Women's Health Center.
Yes. Where he leaves the car on the street and takes off running. Now, there's an apartment complex there, there's a small strip shopping center, there's a CVS. He made it to the apartment complex and ran through it, and there's video, surveillance video, that shows him doing this. Apparently decided he couldn't get another car or couldn't get into an apartment, and goes back by that strip shopping center. At which point, this flaming idiot is confronted by sheriff's deputies, where he pulls a gun and points it at them.
Big mistake.
He got hit twice.
So he's in the hospital. Once he has recovered from his gunshot wounds, he will be charged with, well, various and sundry crimes.
Now, the point of the matter is that if this in fact started as a domestic incident, it doesn't make it any less dangerous, deadly, or terrifying. 3 crime scenes, folks, 3. And they're saying this guy, Aaron Morgan, what's he, about 27, 28?
28.
Apparently had a very bad motorcycle accident a couple years ago.
They had to reconstruct his skull.
Yeah. And there are some people that have been saying, well, he wasn't quite right after that. Look at me. Watch me very closely. I don't care. I don't give 2 poops and a thing that stops water and makes it into a reservoir. I don't. If he's a wild-eyed Willie because he cracked his cranium on a donor cycle, Marty, you listening? If he cracked his skull on a motorcycle, a donor cycle, and he's a wild-eyed Willie, then you know what? As far as I'm concerned, for public safety, he is under house arrest. He doesn't get to go anywhere unsupervised. And he damn sure doesn't get to shoot people in a shopping center parking lot.
Well, he only had 1 arrest on his record, according to news sources, Channel 2, Channel 9. He was arrested for spraying graffiti on a church school bus back in 2011. But other than that, moving violations has been his only encounters with the law.
But you know what? I understand that we have woefully inadequate mental health treatment. I get that.
Sometimes, depending on the case, non-existent mental health treatment.
But if these are members of his family, those close to him, saying, you know, that boy ain't been right since he cracked his cranium, you know, he ain't been right. You know what? If you can say that after he stabs his grandmother and his mother and shoots 2 people in a vehicle and tries to point a gun at police officers, then I'm going to tell you what you're not saying. We should have been keeping an eye on him.
Yep.
We should have been watching him. Now, he may also just be mean. He may also just be a budding young criminal in training. Either way, this should have never come to what it came to, and he damn sure should have never gotten out of that house on Rod Laver Avenue in Wimbledon with a car and a firearm. We don't embrace our responsibility to monitor those who are close to us when we know ain't right, you know?
There's a couple more things I want to say about this.
Take our break, yeah.
We need to take a break. We'll be right back with more on Exiles TV. Plus, coming up, Crime Stoppers on the way. Johnny, how are you?
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Dunnam Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to GreystoneCountryClub.com.
Hi, I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes.
And I'm Dr. Kay Siller with the Rocket Right Show.
We are 2 busy blondes on the go showing off life in Louisiana.
Watch us on Pelican Sports Network.
And Talk 107.3 FM. Check local listings for times.
This is State Treasurer John Schroeder urging you to check your mailbox. We just mailed out $4.5 million of unclaimed property checks to people across Louisiana. Unclaimed property is lost money turned over to the Department of Treasury so we can return it to you. The process is so easy, you can claim it right from your phone. Check for yourself, check for your family, and don't forget to check your businesses. This is your money. Claim it. Check your mailbox. And cash your check. It's that easy.
You're invited to the Bridal Show of the Future, a new twist on the typical bridal expo. Come out to experience the food, dancing, meet and greet, wedding event professionals, and win fantastic prizes. Friday, August 6th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. To purchase tickets, please visit thepostbridalshowgonzales.com or follow on Instagram. All proceeds benefiting the VFW Post 3693 of Gonzales. Support your local veterans.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
Go where summer leads you in an award-winning Mazda CUV. Find yours during Mazda's season of discovery.
Call, click, or come by and discover your new Mazda today at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda on Airline.
Welcome back to Exiles TV. We're talking about this horrible one-person crime spree again, in what is considered in the heart of
What's
70810.
The good parts of town.
Yeah. As it happens, Kevin is acquainted with one of the female victims.
Yeah, I haven't seen or spoken with Debbie Tullis in a long, long time, but when I worked with Debbie many years ago, we got along great. She was a wonderful person. I knew of her daughter, Rachel. I knew her husband, Vandy. I can only imagine what the family is going through. I'll tell you who Debbie Tullis is. You know Randy and Carolyn Rice?
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. Carolyn and Debbie are sisters.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
And, she's just a sweet, kind, and warm individual, and nobody deserved this less than her, I think. And it's just a horrible shame. There's another thing I'd like to say about this. I was watching this story when it was breaking news early Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon. One of the news stations who I visit on the web does not allow comments on their stories. The other one, and I'll name them, because I'm not critical of them. WBRZ Channel 2 still allows people to comment on their stories.
Mm-hmm.
The comments early on were immediately making this wild assumption that this was a, quote, capital C community crime. That this was a member of the community.
Black perpetrator.
In other words, yeah, just automatically presuming something horrid like this would be committed by a black person. They couldn't have been more wrong.
Well,
and I just, it doesn't help the discussion of these things to leap to racist conclusions like that.
Well, and again, when we did our daily radio show, and we put up that chat site where people could make comments all the way along.
Yeah, we had a live chat that went concurrent with our show.
And it was a damn shame because there were a lot of people who were intelligent, rational people.
And had something worthwhile to contribute.
Who would not, because of all the people that looked for opportunities to comment, just to show meanness or what they think is scandalously funny, or their own lack of intellect.
Or completely troll the on-air topic and just make the conversation on the chat forum about themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame, but again, if you look at this story as reported, they immediately said it started inside a home.
In the Wimbledon subdivision.
In the Wimbledon
which is
subdivision.
A majority white subdivision.
It is integrated, but it is majority white and inside a home at that hour of the morning. That does not fit the pattern that we have had of, let's face it, young black youth who are involved in murderous crimes, because most of those happen with someone that they know, and they happen out in the street, and again when you heard,
and in the dead of night too.
Yeah, and you heard that the dead victim was related to the perpetrator. And then all of this stuff about assuming that this happened with a black youth is really mean-spirited and really wrong-headed.
Now, make no mistake, we have a problem with young black people committing crimes in East Baton Rouge Parish and the surrounding parishes. There is a problem with crime in the capital C black community. But to automatically presume that when something heinous is done that the perpetrator is black, I'm sorry, that is racist.
And it's wrong.
And it's wrong, and you should wait and see. There's a lot we don't know. There's still so much we don't know.
Yeah, we need to find out mental health status, how much rage, domestic incident they got out of it. We will find out. Hey, speaking of crimes, I know this is one of your favorites.
What you got?
The adult who was with the younger people at Chili's, who smashed that young lady over the head with the...
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was in 2020 during the mask. It was at the beginning of restaurants may reopen again, but with rules.
Everybody else has been adjudicated. She decided that she wanted to take her chances and have a trial. When she got to court yesterday, she decided maybe she better plead guilty. So, and again,
there's lots of cameras in the Chili's.
She was the only one charged with a felony. And of course, the other ones who got heavy misdemeanors, but slaps on the, not even on the wrist, on the fingernail, They, of course, all ratted her out with information and explained what they saw.
Good friends.
So she was fined $3,500. She has 3 years of supervised probation. She can't go to Chili's anymore. And she has a couple of other conditions. She has to pass a weekly drug test. She has to stay sober. Now,
I think they should make her take anger management.
That's in there? You're right. Thank you. I forgot that. But
okay, good.
Here's the kicker. If she violates any part of this, the judge is holding a 10-year prison sentence.
Okay.
And I say good for that judge for saying, all right,
well, let's
you're
just
going to
get
have
prison,
probation.
but you better behave yourself, damn it.
He made it very clear. One violation. You skip a drug test because it's not convenient for you this day. Or you flunk a drug test. Or you miss a payment because they are her fines on payments.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going away for 10 years. And I say, good for that judge. You can't be allowed to keep your freedom when you walk into a restaurant and have a little teenage girl who's doing her job, and you pick up one of these "Please wait to be seated" signs,
and hit her
which
over
is
the head
metal,
with it.
and hit her over the head with it twice.
She also tore out the girl's hair by the root.
Yeah.
Not a weave, her hair.
Her real hair. So, I believe that was Judge Crafassi. I think it was in his court. And good for you, Judge. I hope this lady stays on the straight and narrow. She's no lady. I hope this woman stays on the straight and narrow.
You're never too old to learn, and I hope she learned something from this experience.
But if she doesn't, I hope you send somebody to pick her up and drive her to Elaine Hunt Correctional Center. And I live near there. Let me know when it's happened. I'll stand out on Nicholson and wave as she goes by. Just let me know. I'll be there.
Shameful, shameful, shameful thing. I mean, and all the girl was asking the group to do, there was a group of 9 of them. And the hostess, the greeter, said, I can only seat 6 of you at a table. And the rest of you will have to sit at a separate table. And that threw this woman and her friends into a rage.
Oh yeah, it was a brawl. All the people that were in this little party started pummeling and screaming and yelling on this 17-year-old hostess.
Who was merely the messenger.
Yeah.
Merely the messenger. Now, I think some of the rules that they put in place for COVID with restaurants were silly. I think that, you got to have the mask on when you walk in. You got to have the mask on when you're walking across the dining room. But when you sit down, you can take the mask off. Suddenly, it's okay.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't matter. Chili's is a privately owned place of public accommodation. And the only thing it means is a place of public accommodation is allowed to discriminate. They just cannot discriminate unfairly. So if they decide on Tuesdays they are only going to admit people wearing yellow soccer jerseys, that is their rule. It's perfectly legal. So if the rule they had was, and it's a corporate policy, we are seating no more than 6 at one table, to pick up a sign and to kick and scratch and yell and pummel with your fists the teenage hostess because you don't like their corporate rule, let me tell you what. You're lucky I wasn't the judge. You would have all gone away. See, I put extra penalties for stupid. Acting the fool. You get extra time from Judge Bill if that happens.
That was a shocking incident, but far from some of the most heinous things that are committed in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of crimes. We're going to actually be talking about crime, and maybe you have some information that can help catch some perpetrators, because Jonny Dunnam with Crime Stoppers is going to be joining us.
And I've got one more for you.
Please hit me.
This is from You Can't Fight Bad Karma. They allowed NCAA Division I athletes now to profit by using their name and their image and all that.
Sure.
And day before yesterday, one of the dealerships announced that they had a deal with Miles Brennan, the presumptive starting quarterback for LSU, and his payment was a brand new Ford F-150 pickup truck.
Nice. For a guy with a broken arm.
Well, it was before he broke his arm. They signed the deal. He broke his arm in a fishing accident. He will need surgery, and he will not be playing this year.
He may do some fill-ins. I mean, that arm will heal quickly, but he ain't going to start. I guarantee you he is not going to start in the upcoming season.
Well, I was wondering if perfectly healthy he was going to start, because he certainly didn't wow anybody last season. He started the first 2 games, and then after that, other guys started. But you want to talk about you can't fight bad karma? Here you are, you make this deal, you're laying a $50,000 pickup truck on this young man for his endorsement and telling everybody that, this is his deal with you. And
he wouldn't be the first college
athlete. He ain't going to be playing.
He wouldn't be the first college athlete to get himself a brand new set of wheels. This is just all above board.
This is just legal, yeah.
It's all above the table for a change.
When I was at LSU, Burt Jones was the quarterback. And Burt Jones...
I got some Burt Jones stories I can tell you.
He had this brand new Thunderbird, and I was in Graham Hall, which doesn't exist anymore. They tore it down. But right behind that was the athletic dorm. And this Thunderbird was back when Ford decided it wasn't going to be a sports car anymore. This was as long as an aircraft carrier. You could have landed a helicopter on it. Oh my God. And here he is tooling around in this brand new Ford. And of course, it was a dealership in Ruston, I believe. It wasn't one of the Baton Rouge dealerships.
That's where Bert's from.
Yeah. But yeah, on your salary as an LSU football player, which is 0, how did you get this lovely car?
The fans, the boosters.
Well, no, what happened was one of the parents of one of these kids would win a prize or a contest at a dealership, and they'd win the car, and then they'd say, well, I already got a car I like. So
of course.
My son, the tight end, will be driving it.
Of course. Listen, we're up against another break here. We got to take that break. When we come back, Jonny Dunnam, Crime Stoppers. Maybe you can help solve a crime, put a bad guy behind bars.
You better help.
There's cash on the line, too.
You damn well better help.
That's coming up.
Balello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Whirlpool savings. Shop now and save on Whirlpool appliances throughout the store. Plus, experience our price match guarantee and ask about special financing. You can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day. Balello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent with nationwide buying power.
Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes.
And I'm Dr. Kay Siller with the Rocket Right Show.
We are 2 busy blondes on the go showing off life in Louisiana.
Watch us on Pelican Sports Network.
And Talk 107.3 FM. Check local listings for times.
This is State Treasurer John Schroeder urging you to check your mailbox. We just mailed out $4.5 million of unclaimed property checks to people across Louisiana. Unclaimed property is lost money turned over to the Department of Treasury so we can return it to you. The process is so easy, you can claim it right from your phone. Check for yourself, check for your family, and don't forget to check your businesses. This is your money. Claim it. Check your mailbox. And cash your check. It's that easy.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With private healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready, and health insurance is your financial safety net. Health insurance has never been so easy and affordable. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, call the number on the screen now and speak with a live healthcare consultant. Don't wait. Get the coverage you need now.
Welcome back. Glad to have you with us on Exiles TV. It is no secret that this entire area has got a crime problem all the way from Lake Charles to New Orleans, south of I-10. And one of the big organizations that takes about 9 or 10 parishes right in the middle of it is Crime Stoppers of Baton Rouge. Jonny Dunnam is the executive director, and he comes and joins us. Who are we looking for, John?
Well, we've got a few most wanted fugitives this week. Got 3 I brought to y'all today. The first individual is going to be Charles Ray Johnson Jr.
And I think we have oh boy!
Oh, we got mugs. We got mugs.
Mug shots.
I love when we have mugs.
Yeah. So Charles Ray Johnson. I don't have a lot of the details. He's wanted by Gonzales Police Department.
He looks like an unhappy fellow.
For 2 counts. So he's going to be unhappy when they catch up with him. 2 counts of attempted second-degree murder that he committed on April the 6th of this year. He is African-American male. His date of birth is May the 5th of 2001, and he's about 5'8", 162 pounds. And it was a shooting.
Yeah,
involved.
What's the backstory?
It was a shooting's all I know. The warrant isn't as thorough as some of the warrants we get, but he is wanted for attempted second-degree murder, and it was a shooting incident that occurred in Gonzales.
Helen Moore likes to say, he was probably beefing with the intended victim.
Yeah, he went beyond beefing. He went to shooting.
Yeah, he went to shoot. So
was his victim harmed, or did he miss?
That I don't know. I don't have the details on that. I was talking to Don Capola a little while ago in the office to try to get more details, and Don didn't have them either. But the warrant just says he's wanted for attempted second-degree murder, and it was involving a shooting, is what Don told me. I don't know if the victim was hit or whether he was just shot at.
Now, you, of course, spent your entire law enforcement career with Baton Rouge Police Department.
That's right.
And Crime Stoppers is, for this region, is headquartered here. But you cooperate with all the police agencies.
Eight parish area. We cover East and West Baton Rouge, East and West Feliciana, Ascension, Livingston, and Iberville, and Point Capee parishes. So any wanted person or any crimes that occur in that 8 parish area, we publicize, and we pay a cash reward for information that leads to the arrest of these individuals that we feature.
So he's in the wind, and anybody that knows where to find him. And can we throw that mug back up for just 1 second?
Yeah, let's see if we can find him a date. There we go.
There's Charles.
His last known address was on South Burnside in Gonzales.
I'm guessing nobody calls him Chuck or Chucky.
No,
I'm not sure.
I'm thinking it's pretty sure it's Charles.
Probably call him Junior.
Yeah, call him Junior.
But
all right.
How many different ways, by the way, can people contact Crime
They can
Stoppers?
call 344-7867 or 344-STOP. They can go on our website at crimestoppersbr.com, submit a web tip, or they can download the P3 app on their phone through Google Play and the Apple App Store. Download the P3 app. P3 handles all of the anonymous tips services for all of the Crime Stoppers across the nation, as well as across internationally. But they can pick Baton Rouge Crime Stoppers or Greater Baton Rouge Crime Stoppers and submit the tip, and they can submit video. They can submit pictures through the app, and it's all anonymous. We don't track IP addresses or anything like that.
Somebody asked me to ask you, because they're curious, what is the range of cash payouts that Crime Stoppers
anywhere
works
from
with?
about $250, or for a featured fugitive, we usually give about $300 for. anywhere from $250 on up to $5,000 for multiple homicides.
Wow.
And we would like to increase the rewards, maybe get a little more response, but obviously Crime Stoppers is a nonprofit, so it takes donations to give out these rewards. We've paid out over $2 million in rewards since we were founded in 1982. So
it's absolutely amazing. All right, before the break, let's get another fugitive in
all
here.
right, our next fugitive is Hunter Edward English. And Hunter is a white male, date of birth 12/27 of 1990.
I like that Rick Astley hairdo.
Yeah, so he's 30 years old.
I'm going to guess what he's wanted for. You continue. I'm going to guess.
He is wanted for burglary, and he is wanted by LSU PD. The investigator in this case, actually John Miet with Louisiana State University Police Department, did an excellent job. It was a vehicle burglary that occurred on LSU's campus, and he did a lot. I'm not going to go into details of some of the things that he used to track down Mr. Hunter English, but he used a lot of investigative techniques when above and beyond to find out who committed this vehicle burglary, and he found out, got this warrant, and now we are looking for Mr. Hunter English for the vehicle burglary on LSU's campus.
Now, is that a mugshot or is it just an unfortunate choice of color?
That is a mugshot. Mr. English, I think, had a prior history of burglary as well. So
you can kind of tell when they're using a DMV shot and it's a mug.
And so he is
they
in the
usually
wind.
don't look real happy.
He is in the wind. He is in the wind. I think LSU PD has gone to his parents' house and a couple other places trying to find him and have not been able to locate him yet.
So, and is he originally from this area? He was attending LSU?
I believe he is from this area. I think his parents lived locally in the area as well.
So there is an active warrant for him. And again, you never have to give your name. You call Crime Stoppers, or you can text. And the number, by the way, is 344-STOP. Does that work for text as well?
No. Actually, we don't have a text to tip. So downloading the app, the P3 app. Also you can web tip. You can go on our website at crimestoppersbr.com and submit a tip through the website, or you can call the 344-STOP, and we'll take all the information you have on Mr. Hunter English's whereabouts.
I want to talk a little bit about the P3 app. I had it on my phone, and I say had because I was demoing it for somebody, and I gave them the phone, and they got done, and they closed it, and somehow managed to delete the app.
Delete the app.
I need to reload it.
Yeah.
The P3 app is every bit as anonymous as everything else.
As the phone or the web tip.
And it works anywhere in the country or the world that there's a Crime Stoppers organization.
Yep. You can pick whichever Crime Stoppers organization is in the area that you live in, and it works everywhere in the world.
You all have gone to great pains to make sure that this information is encrypted so that people cannot find out who the tipster was.
That's right. It's encrypted. Also, obviously, when people call in, a lot of times people question, well, how do you get paid? Well, whenever you call in or you submit a tip through the P3 app or the web tip service, you're just given a code number. You can keep that code number forever and resubmit tips using that same code number, but we don't ask your name, we don't ask your identity, we don't have track or trace on the telephone or any of the other ways you can give tips, and you just keep that code number, and when we make the arrest on this, we'll ask you to call back in a week or so. We'll schedule you for a payment. We pay off once a month, and we'll send you to a local area bank to pick up the cash. You don't necessarily have to pick it up yourself. I just suggest that you do because it's cash. If somebody picks the money up for you, they might take some of the cash out.
Then we have another Crime Stoppers case, don't we?
We have another perp we're looking for.
But do you also shift around the banks so that, if people know that they generally pay off
we tell them which bank to go to. We also give them a special code word for the day to write down on a piece of paper, and then they'll shoot that piece of paper up to the teller. And the teller has the envelopes with their code numbers on it.
This really is kind of cloak and dagger stuff. Do you ever get, or does anybody ever tell you, they've got cameras on the drive-through windows. They've got cameras. I mean, do people come in with their lapels turned up and big dark glasses in their hat?
People have Ubers that come through.
And they say, I'm number 1421.
Yeah, they'll take taxis, they'll take Ubers, they'll get people to drive them. I mean, there's just different ways. One time we did have an incident where the teller accidentally gave all of the envelopes to a certain individual.
To one person.
To one person. So that happened one time in the 39 years that we've been here. But we took the bullet on that one and reissued everybody's rewards.
So I know in terms of criminals, we've got plenty of frequent flyers in terms of committing crime. Do you have any frequent flyer tipsters?
Oh yeah, we have tipsters that actually make pretty good money every month. They're in the know. They're in certain areas where high crime areas, and they give us information constantly. Yeah, we have tipsters that have the same code number for years.
I'm thinking of a retirement career.
We're going to take another break, take care of some business, and we'll be right back with more Jonny Dunnam, Crime Stoppers on Exiles. Stay there. Your rank?
Caught spiders? Premier Pest Services.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
You're invited to the Bridal Show of the Future, a new twist on the typical bridal expo. Come out to experience the food, dancing, meet and greet, wedding event professionals, and win fantastic prizes. Friday, August 6th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. To purchase tickets, please visit thepostbridalshowgonzales.com or follow on Instagram. All proceeds benefiting the VFW Post 3693 of Gonzales. Support your local veterans.
The all-new 22 Civic, now on sale at Team Honda on Siegen Lane.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Dunnam Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to greystonecountryclub.com.
Hi, business owners. Phase 3. Woohoo! But do your customers know you're back? Well, that's where the Clarence Bugg Show and Pelican Broadcasting can help. Right now, we've got great rates on advertising packages to help you get the word out. Shoot me an email at bugsclarence@gmail.com. Or better yet, call me up. I'd love to talk with you. 225-485-6839. Let's get together and make Phase 3 the best it can possibly be.
Got termites? Get Premier Pest. PremierPestServices.com.
I'm Bill Pafita. He is Kevin Gallagher.
And he is Jonny Dunnam with Crime Stoppers.
Yes, former interim police chief of Baton Rouge, then deputy chief of BRPD, and we knew him as Johnny Two Guns when he was a lieutenant. But he heads up Crime Stoppers in this area. and visits with us to give us the lowdown on who's in the wind and how you can help. Who have we got next?
All right, the next one we have up is Cedric D. Lanaut, L-A-N-A-U-T-E, Lanaut. I'm using my French here.
Well, Cedric looks like a pleasant guy.
Cedric,
you sound like a natural.
He's an African-American male. Date of birth is 5/21 of 1986. He's 5'6", 195 pounds.
Kind of a chunky monkey.
He is wanted for several charges. He's wanted for unauthorized entry of inhabited dwelling, domestic abuse battery, second offense, and cruelty to juveniles, and simple criminal damage to property. And what Cedric did was around October the 11th of 2017, so this is kind of an older warrant. He entered his girlfriend's apartment, and he went and kicked in the door to the bedroom. She wasn't home at the time. He left, and then he went back on October the 12th, the next day, and he went back into her apartment and he kicked in the door again. She was in her bed with the 6-month-old infant, and he proceeded to punch her. Once he gained entry inside, the victim picked up the infant, and he intentionally struck the infant in the facial region with an open hand.
Oh. 6-month-old?
6-month-old.
Oh.
And
USOB.
That's right. So he again fled the scene on foot, and the victim got away as well. And Sheriff's Office, East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office, is who's looking for Mr. Cedric Lanaut.
You know, it proves that you can't judge a book by its cover, because I said, a pleasant-looking guy.
That looks like a driver's license photo.
I was thinking, probably hanging bad paper or something like that, but beating up on his girlfriend
and the
6-month-old.
Yeah, a 6-month-old is a baby.
Are we fairly confident that we're going to
baby.
need somebody to help us tell us where he might be, because he's probably not in the jurisdiction still?
No, he's not, and he's been previously convicted for domestic abuse battery before, and so that's
Somebody
why
knows exactly where to find him.
He is wanted for a second offense.
So I would assume that he was not arrested on this one, so he was able to get away.
He's been able to get away, yeah.
Wow.
All right, you got somebody else for us?
That's it. That's our 3 most wanted for this week. So,
well, let's go through their names and their descriptions again real quickly.
Right.
And then we'll tell everybody once again how they can get involved if they know something or think they know something.
All right. The first one is Charles Ray Johnson. Like I said, he's an African-American male. He's about 20 years of age, and his last known address was in Burnside in Gonzales, Louisiana. He is wanted for attempted second-degree murder. The next one is Hunter Edward English. He is a white male. He's about 30 years of age. He is from the Baton Rouge area, and he is wanted for a simple burglary of a vehicle on the LSU campus by LSU Police Department. And the last one is Cedric Lanaut, and he's an African-American male, born 5/21 of 86. He's 5'6", 195, and his last known address was on Jasper Avenue in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
That's
He's wanted for domestic abuse battery, second offense, and cruelty to juveniles, and criminal damage to property.
We would like your help on all of these, but also, if you know of someone, Crime Stoppers, this isn't the only 3 they're looking for.
Oh no.
If you know of somebody that's committed a felony crime,
that's right,
that is on the loose, or maybe skipped their hearing or skipped bond, same thing applies. You can call about that as well, and the folks in the Crime Stoppers office will see if they've got an active warrant.
Yep.
And you can earn the same type of reward.
And we have the Marshals, U.S. Marshals Task Force, the Louisiana State Police Task Force, Fugitive Task Force. They're standing by. We work right down the hall from them. We go hand them the tip, the warrant, and they immediately act on it. And they've been great in assisting us to apprehend all of our wanted fugitives. Also, I think tonight at BRPD headquarters is the National Night Out Against Crime. We'll be out there, myself and Don Coppola, as well as a lot of the different divisions of the police department, the aviation unit, the K-9 unit, crime scene unit, as well as I think they're going to have a live band. I think Chris LeBlanc, somebody's going to be playing.
Sweet.
Should be,
I think
they'll
Chris
have food as well.
Chris has got a couple former BRPD officers that play in his band, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he does.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a good time tonight at BRPD headquarters, 9000 Airline Highway. So we want to get the public out there as well. Hopefully the weather will hold out for us.
Yeah, and you know, bring the kids. Taking a look at the helicopter and the aviation unit, taking a look at the rescue.
Mounted patrol.
Mounted patrol. Who doesn't like a horse? You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, go on out and do that. Once again.
If I could jump in real quick, the message that really we need to reinforce is law enforcement is your friend. Law enforcement is here for you. They are not the enemy. They are not the bad guys, regardless of what you've been told by the nightly news.
And most of the officers we have had the privilege of knowing, including this guy here,
yeah, quite a while,
bend over backwards to serve the public. Yes, they have to do some unpleasant things from time to time, but every one of them will say, I am a public servant. And that goes from helping you find your lost dog, to changing a tire, to actually putting their body between you and the bad guy pointing a gun at you. So, you know, go out and meet them. You know, if you're indifferent about the police, maybe change your life tonight and go on out and say hello.
That's right. Come on out and meet us, and we'll be happy to explain anything Crime Stoppers does while we're out there, and you'll learn about all the different aspects of law enforcement.
Jonny Dunnam, as always, pleasure to have you with us. 344 stop. You never have to give your name. Marty, I've lost track. Is this to the end, or is this to the? Oh, this is to the end.
This is where we say sayonara.
Well. In that case, look, more rain. The streets are getting full. Be careful out there, and go and get your vaccination. I can't afford to lose another friend. I know 4 people that have died from COVID now. It's 4 too many. Please go take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye. God bless.